What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 1,000 subscribers, of course. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about some Game 3s, or I guess one interesting Game 3, the other Game 3 we don't care about. But we're going to talk about Cavs versus Pistons, and James Harden responded. And the other day, I made a video about how James Harden was letting the Cavs down, and in the fourth quarter, he came up clutch, 9 straight in the fourth quarter to close the game and get the Cavs their first win. And this is what I've seen out of the Cavs that I wanted to see basically throughout this series, throughout the playoffs. Like Donovan Mitchell, 35 points, 10 rebounds, an absolute masterclass through the first 3 quarters, and letting James Harden carry the load towards the end. And it just seemed like tonight, Donovan Mitchell and James Harden decided they were not going to lose this game. And the Pistons, I felt like, actually played some good basketball pretty much. Like Cade Cunningham tonight, or I can't even say good basketball. My bad, I completely forgot that game was earlier. Cade Cunningham was bad tonight, and Cade had 27 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. And you might ask, Nas, how is he bad? He had 8 turnovers. He almost had a quadruple double, and he shot 27 shots. Not the Cade you would want to see. And he had 3 straight turnovers with the game on the line, in which we're not accustomed to Cade Cunningham obviously doing that. And it's just not... let me say this, that I'm not going to criticize this game heavily for the Pistons, because obviously they're still up 2-1, and this game was still a close game like all of these games have been, and they could have still pulled away and won this game. So I look forward to game 4 and seeing if the Cavs will respond again and take 2 and actually tie up the series going back into Detroit. But with Cleveland playing this brand of basketball, this is what I've been waiting for out of James Harden. This is why I'm not going to make excuses for James Harden. Like James Harden, when he got to the midi, it was automatic. When he got to the 3, it was automatic. Even though that last closeout by Tobias Harris, which pretty much was the dagger, that was a foul. Tobias clobbered him. But honestly, let me just talk about this. Jalen Duren, what are you doing? Like I don't know how much or what we have to say to how bad or how good Jalen Duren was in the playoffs, and what we actually expected out of, not the playoffs, how good Jalen Duren was during the regular season, or how bad he's really been, or not even bad, because I felt like he's been playing like a role player, not like a player that is trying to get paid, not like a player that was an all-star for the first time this season, not like a 22-year-old up-and-coming player. Like, he's not playing that way. He's not playing dominant, and I just don't know what's wrong. Like, he's not getting his game off. And I feel like his rim protection, yes, has been good in this series, this past other series, like last series against the Magic or last year versus the Knicks. But when you look at, obviously, scoring, you need somebody else besides Cade and Tobias. And there's really nobody else on this roster except for Duncan Robinson, because Duncan Robinson has a clip. Like, every time I feel like every time I felt like earlier the Cavs were going to go on a run, Duncan Robinson responded with a 3, and he had 15 points. Duren, like I was just talking about, he had 11 points, 5 of 8 from the field. Asar Thompson, 9 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He's not out there for scoring. He's out there for defense. And obviously, off your bench, you didn't get the same production that you got in the first 2 games from Dennis Jenkins, and Dennis only had 2 points, 1 of 5 from the field. Paul Reed, 11 points. He stepped up off your bench, which I feel like every time Paul Reed gets into the game, he produces what you would want to see out of a Detroit Piston. But he is the second big man in the play, the third big man, my bad. 11 points, 4 for 4 from the field. Stewart only played 4 points. Or he only played 9 minutes, my bad. He only had 4 points. And this game just really being a good game. Like, I felt like this series has the potential to be one of the ones. But if they lose and go down 3-1 at home, that's when I possibly say that this series is over. Because I do not believe in the Cavs to win 3 straight games. I'm going to just tell you I'm going to keep it a buck. But it's great that James Harden responded. In his interview after the game, he was like, "What noise?" And that just shows to you that James Harden doesn't listen to the criticism. James Harden is just a bucket getter, and obviously it's great for him to atone for his sins of the first 2 games. But next, getting into, I don't even want to get into this game, but the Lakers versus the Thunder. Yeah, I noticed that the flashing lights behind me sometimes. That was my TV. The game was still on. It was like 3 minutes left, and it was a blowout. And when I'm talking about this game, I don't even want to be on this topic for long, so this is probably going to be a short video. But the Thunder ended up blowing the waters out of the Lakers in the second half again. And they're not even going off of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander good games at this point. Shai only had 23 points, 7 to 20 from the field, 9 assists. Well, I guess their strategy is actually coming to a disadvantage because they're letting anybody else but Shai beat them, and that's happening every single night, which is funny. AJ Mitchell, yeah, I don't see a role or a scenario where AJ Mitchell is coming off the bench next season. I'm going to just keep it a buck. I don't know what we're going to do with Lou Dort, but Dort is going to have to go, or Dort is going to have to express that bench role. AJ had 30 points, or not 30 points, 24 points, 10 assists off 30 minutes. Like I said, Shai 23, Chet 18. Nobody in this series can guard him. Harden 12. Isaiah Joe 12, that basically came in garbage time. Cason Wallace came off the bench, 16 points. He made his threes tonight. Just an overall great game for obviously everybody around Shai and giving them confidence in going to the next round, because I don't think we had any doubts that this was going to be a series. I don't think we had any doubts that this series was over after the first 2 games or even after the first game. But I don't know. If this was where I felt like it's game 2, if the Lakers were going to get a game, that was the game. And obviously, I just don't see them getting one at all. Like, they were complaining for foul calls a lot tonight. Some should have been fouled. Sometimes I just felt like they were complaining. LeBron stinker, first stinker of the series. 19 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists of 7 to 19 from the field. He was missing all the shots in the paint, something we're not accustomed to seeing from LeBron James. Rui Hachimura, 21 points, 7 of 14 from the field, 5 of 8 from 3. He's going to get paid. Like every Rui shot, I'm like, yo, is Rui missing? What the fuck? We don't miss no more. The 8 and 10 points, 5 of 9 from the field. I don't give a fuck what that says. I saw him airball a floater, and I had to text my friend. I'm like, yo, did he just airball a floater, which he could have dunked? That blew my mind. I'm not gonna lie to you. Marcus Smart, 10 points, 3 of 7 from the field. Austin Reeves, 17 points, 5 of 13 from the field. Really not a good Austin Reeves game. He was complaining a lot to the refs. And obviously, your bench production, you got Luke Kennard to step off of your bench. First Luke Kennard good game since game 1 and 2 of the Houston Rockets series, and you're still not coming away with wins. Like, I don't know what else to say, but this series is wraps. This series is over. There's no overanalyzing. There's no coming back down 3-0. There's no believing that you're coming down 3-0, because that's just not happening. Like, I don't know. But we look forward to seeing possibly LeBron James' last game as a Laker, or last game in the NBA as a whole, because we still don't know if LeBron is going to hang it up or is he going to continue. That will probably be the question until probably July, because LeBron is an unrestricted free agent. He will be a free agent. So if he decides to retire, or if he decides to come back, or if he decides to go to another team, I'm interested to see that. But overall, just what we expected out of this Lakers Thunder series. To be quite honest with you, we all expected this to be a sweep or 5 games. We're not going to sugarcoat it like we didn't. You can have all the belief LeBron could be your GOAT all you wanted, or however you think about LeBron. You knew there wasn't a chance that he would win this series whatsoever. But I don't know. Maybe it's finally it's getting an inch closer. But draft lottery is tomorrow. I'm interested to see who's going to win the draft lottery, because I'm gonna be here watching that. I swear, yo, I had to tell my friend also, if the Thunder win the draft lottery, I'm done taking the sport serious. Maybe y'all take that as a joke, but yo, if they win the draft lottery, I'm done. Because obviously the 2026 draft class is one of the best draft classes, and we're getting in NBA history, that like they're hyping it up like that. So obviously I look forward to that, and I look forward to seeing if the Spurs go up 3-1 tomorrow, or if the Knicks could close out the series in Philadelphia tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless. Subscribe. What's good, y'all? If y'all made it to the end of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And there's a video right here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it if you like this one. And the channel icon's right there if you want to just check out the channel in general. And yeah, leave a like too, because it really helps the algorithm push me out. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching this video nonetheless.